Today we fly the Avidyne R9 system in our friends Mike and Debbie's SR22 Centennial Edition. The R9 replaced Avidyne's EX5000, and it was Avidyne's response to the infamous Garmin G1000. Join us as the four of us fly up to Hibbing, Minnesota to pick up our airplane after a full custom paint job. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Elevate.
Three six. The wind is almost nothing.
Nah, we'll just go straight out then. That's okay.
You want 2-8?
Yeah, we're just going to take 2-8 because we'll just go virtually straight northwest departure.
Waukesha ground, November 643 Juliet Mike over at the southeast hangars. We've got Bravo looking for a VFR departure to the north, please.
Oh, he's going to ask if we want to go.
643 Juliet Mike, Waukesha ground, runway 28, taxi via Charlie Alpha Foxtrot.
Charlie Alpha Foxtrot, November 643 Juliet Mike. Okay, Charlie Alpha Foxtrot. Babe, you got that camera rolling?
Yeah.
I'm glad Lene answered that. I did not want you calling me babe.
Or what if Debbie answered that?
That'd be okay too. I just...
I'm going to switch us on over to tower.
Sure.
We're going to load up 125.35. Flying the R9 today up to Hibbing. We're going to fly VFR flight following on the way up there and then IFR on the way back. Two separate airplanes. Will be a flight of two on the way back.
That'll be fun.
And then we'll file IFR. So today RNC in Milwaukee. So there's a TFR in this area. So we'll have to fly IFR. That TFR becomes active at 12:30. Fly as a pair of two.
Bravo, turn left at the end, contact.
And then separate by about a mile, and then we'll both file IFR to get back into Waukesha.
I'll pull up to the hold short, and we're going to do, I'll just do a quick briefing. 28, probably runway heading, and we have an engine failure less than, before we're airborne, we'll pull the upper throttle, set the engines down, get off the runway.
Yep.
If we have an engine failure between 0 and 500 feet, we'll land straight ahead, and if we have an engine failure at more than 500 feet, we'll pull caps immediately, and if it's over 1,500 feet, I'm going to make the turn back. I'll be pilot in command, you'll be doing the radios.
Yep, sounds good. Waukesha Tower, November 643 Juliet Mike, holding short, runway 28 at Foxtrot, VFR departure to the northwest, please.
Cirrus 643 Juliet Mike, Waukesha Tower, proceed on course, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Proceed on course 28, clear for takeoff. 643 Juliet Mike. Good morning, Hugh. It's Jake.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, going to get our plane.
I was wondering where it's been.
You're not going to recognize it this afternoon if you're here.
Plus it's...
Cool. Yeah, I'm off at 1:30, so if y'all get back before that, I will.
I'll have to send you a picture of it.
All right, same end number?
New tail number, November 46 Tango Romeo.
Power, airspeed's alive, full power, airspeed, airspeed.
And he's okay with you flying on course?
Yep.
Some thermals.
Yeah, a little bit. Caps is available, flaps up. We're on the map.
Great. Hugh, are you okay with 643 Juliet Mike switching on over to Milwaukee?
Sure, 2535 now.
All right, thanks, Hugh. We'll see you. All right. What altitude do you want to fly at?
6,500.
Okay.
If that's all right, we'll try that.
Sure. Milwaukee departure, November 643 Juliet Mike, 2 miles to the northwest of Waukesha, requesting a VFR flight following, please.
November 643 Juliet Mike, maintain VFR and squawk 4663.
4663 will maintain VFR. 643 Juliet Mike.
November 643 Juliet Mike, your radar contact 2 miles to the northwest of the Waukesha Airport. I show you leaving 2,800. What are you climbing up to and where are you headed?
Position checks, 643 Juliet Mike. We are headed up to Hibbing. That's Kilo Hotel India Bravo. We'd like for 6,500, please.
Okay, and one more question. What's your aircraft type?
Cirrus SR22/Golf.
Well, I'll just stay right underneath you in
And
case.
November 3 Juliet Mike, reset your transponder for me, please. Squawk 3533.
3533, 643 Juliet Mike. Lene and I started flying 3.5 years ago, and a major issue was trying to find sunglasses that worked under our headsets without creating too much pressure here, without reducing the ANR effect. Because when you put your sunglasses on, if it pulls your pad out, you can instantly hear a lot of your surroundings, and then also seeing the screens. So we tried 3 or 4 different pairs.
Yeah, even the thin ones, like the Ray-Ban had really
Right.
thin frame right here, it would still hurt your head. It would push on your head here, and then you have this pushing on your head here. So.
And when you're flying, you almost all the time need sunglasses.
Yeah.
That was a sticking point, was we could not find glasses. And we were watching something, I think on YouTube, and we saw Flying Eyes. Flying Eyes Optics is a company that makes dedicated sunglasses for motorcycle helmets and especially aviation. And I bought a pair then about 2.5 years ago. I was like, these are awesome. They are hands down the best sunglasses that I've ever worn. Love them both in the cockpit and out of the cockpit. And now they're a sponsor of the channel. You can use our coupon code. You can save 10%. So put the coupon code on the bottom here. You can use the link in the description. You'll save 10%. These are the Kestrels. You can spec out your frame color. You can spec out your lens color. You can get them in reading glasses. You can get them in prescription. Those are called Nocturas. I also have the Ospreys. Because they're such lightweight glasses, they mold to your head. So your headset does not become painful. We've worn these for about a 5-hour trip. You don't feel anything. Our previous sunglasses, I had to always wear like this in order to not have the ANR and not have the pain. Super lightweight. Sometimes I drop them. They never get damaged. They are super indestructible, and they're extremely flexible. If you sit on them, nothing's going to happen. But high quality. Love these things. Try them out. Now back to our other flight. Leaning for best power?
Yeah, I'm at 24, and I'll go down to probably at 6,500. I'll probably be at 22, 23, something like that. One thing I would like on the next plane, if I get another plane, would be the yaw damper. Because the R9, when it was put in, this doesn't have the yaw damper. And
so the R9 could have gotten the yaw damper?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not an expert in that, but
Sure.
I never have seen one with it.
Right. Because, I think you're limited to the DFC-100, right,
Yep.
with R9.
Yep.
And you would see it here if it was an option.
Yeah. I mean, they put in the vertical nav, so that's good, but...
Yep.
And it
yeah,
tracks.
That's more important than yaw damper,
Yeah.
but still, it'd be nice to...
And it tracks the final very well.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to start to lean it.
You like 50, right?
Yeah. I'm going to pull back on the... I should have done this before I started to lean it out so much, but...
59.
All right, so we're flying Mike's and Debbie's Cirrus SR22. It's a G1.
Yep.
2003?
Yes.
Centennial. Centennial version. So it's pretty loaded.
Yeah,
at the time.
They upgraded to the R9 avionics package in 2012, and that's the screens, the heads, everything, and then also the DFC-100 autopilot.
Here's 8 Mike Golf, thanks. Steve.
So it's a pretty capable airplane. It's
3000.
Avidyne's version of the G1000.
It is.
West 3920, descend to maintain.
And he's got air conditioning, which is very rare for a G1.
2998.
So it's pretty comfortable and capable.
Yep.
So how do you use this? We're kind of familiar with the G1000. What's the differences with the R9?
You get all the same information, I think. I've flown the G1000 when I first started flying a Cirrus, practicing or renting, and it's just a different buttonology, but I feel like it's easier. So right now on the PFD, for example, we have everything we need for the information. Every G1000 pilot will recognize that. Then for let's say we want to monitor the engine, its systems, that comes up, and then the difference with the R9 from the normal or the everyday Avidyne is these chapters. So right now we see systems lit up.
And
I want to see what the alerts were. You just toggle the systems button.
Okay.
Left and right.
Yep, to the different pages.
Yep, so you can see your sensor, you can see your setups.
Nice.
So then if I go back to the PFD.
Which is nice, it looks like you can add engine page there.
Yep. You can obviously pull whatever information you want.
Okay, so you can pull everything from the MFD over to the PFD?
Yep, so it gives you the routes, the information pages. If you, I didn't plug any waypoints in, your nearest airport gives you that list.
Nice. Yep.
That's also on the GPS as well. You get the nearest, it'll list it right there for you.
Yep.
So you can scroll to that and then highlight it, it'll put everything, it'll populate everything you need.
One thing I really like is it shows Minneapolis Center.
Yep, so if we
and
change
it shows it here too, right?
No, just up here, but if we change the frequency right now, there's Milwaukee approach 127.
Yep.
Now we go back, there's Minneapolis Center.
That's pretty nice.
989
A lot of times you're told what, you know, who you're talking to, and you forget about it.
Oh yeah, or you can't pronounce it. Like we fly to Florida, and there's some odd ones. So when you plug in the frequency and you transfer it to the active, it'll pop up, it'll spell it out, it'll tell you everything. So that's really neat. It's a great tool. We like that. I'm very happy with the R9. I love it. I just wish Avidyne had still support it. They're just not going to do any advances on it.
Right, because the software is stuck on 5-8 years ago, right?
Yeah, well, 2012 this was done. So in the back there's just blades.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but that's what I was told. There's blades back there. So if the GPS goes bad, they'll pull out the blade, send it in, repair it, send it back, plug it in.
Okay.
So it's very easy to fix. It's just they aren't going to upgrade or update the avionics package. So they still support it. It's still a great system, but it's just not going to be updated.
And you've got synthetic vision.
Yep. So we have it on full synthetic vision there. We can also do obviously the PFD. We can mix and match it. You can put whatever display you want on there. The other thing with the R9, and I don't remember this with the G1000, but for example, I'm going to go back over to this one. Let's say we had this panel right here failed, so we'd lose our COM1, COM2, NAV1, NAV2. You can get to that right here, so you can change everything. I can set the heading. You just press the button.
Yeah, G1000 does have that. It's just in a different configuration. Yep, but it's got it.
But it is nice. It's a nice little backup.
Right.
Great in case this does fail.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's look at this flight plan.
Sure, so we're going to Hibbing right here, and one thing that's different that you won't see on the G1000, if you watch the blue cursor, if you can see the colors, that's our approach. So we're going into Hibbing, now I'm going to hit enter.
Yep.
Now we pick our approach. Let's say today I think it's going to be the RNAV 31. So we hit enter.
Yep.
This you'll recognize, all the G1000 guys will recognize that. We're going to go to Checka.
It's nice, it pulls up the chart right away.
Yep, and the other thing it'll do, so now we're showing that we're going to runway 31, and if we want to cross whatever waypoint we want to cross, hit enter, it'll say cross 5 miles before Hibbing at pattern altitude.
Yep.
Then I'm going to scroll again over to that little zigzag.
Minneapolis, November 682.
So you hit that, I'll hit enter.
350 degrees.
Pops up the chart.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's a nice feature too. You know that your charts are going to be there. I can also do it. So if we're set up for, back to the flight management page. If you're set up for that airport, you can hit map,
13,000
and then the chart,
350 degrees.
or you can do chart plus,
but like higher.
And that'll give you all your information plus the chart. And then you can change the
up to 23 and 340.
The flight or the plan of it.
24 Yankee, and you said you'll cancel when you get close to the airport, correct?
So if you want to view page just the header.
Got it.
So it gives you all of these. So these buttons toggle left and right.
Okay.
So if that's lit up left and right, you can use both directions.
Gotcha.
So now we're going to go to 3.
Is there a center button on that too? So it's 3 buttons in one?
Kind of. Yeah, if you just, like this button, if you just hit the center, it won't change anything.
Oh, gotcha. So those are a toggle only.
It's going to maintain 5,000.
Well, you can hit just the center.
Okay.
And it won't change. So if you, right now we're on chart plus, I'm going to hit the center.
Yep.
It didn't change.
Gotcha.
If I hit it left, we go to full screen chart.
So toggle through the pages only on the bottom.
Yep, and then if you want to toggle here, so right now we're on page 3, we're on the profile.
Sure.
I better watch where we're going in this cloud. I'm going to find it.
Heading now, A2 Hotel.
Good morning, Center, November 33728, 6000. 33728.
Climbing up about 500 feet?
Yeah.
Not even, a couple hundred.
305, idea, Victor, 78.
Cruise climb, let's see how it does on the cruise climb.
Okay.
Change to my frequency now, 119.119.
So we're set up for it's the same as the G1000. We're set up as indicated airspeed.
Okay.
We're at 115 knots climb, so right now we're climbing pretty good. 1,200, 14, 1,500 feet a minute.
Until it captures 115, then it'll start slowing down a little bit.
Yep, and I'm going to actually go.
You've got 7,000 bugged. That was nice and quick.
I'm going to go to 7,500 now.
Okay.
We're bugged.
Okay.
Just so we get there and get above all this.
But still, we're leaned back, right? We're pulled back to 2,700 or 2,500 RPM. We're leaned back for a Lena Peak cruise.
Hotel, you can expect direct
and we're climbing pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
Now we're climbing about 600-700 feet per minute.
At 115.
And we're fully loaded. We've got almost full fuel and 4 people on board.
So then if you want to clear it and just go get rid of all that, or if they say we're cleared direct to, it's not a waypoint, but if they cleared us direct to Idaho, I just scrolled with the FMS button, and you'll take it there, and then just hit direct to.
Got it. Just like
I did,
G1000.
because I don't want to change it up, but then it'll light up pink, and you'll get the magenta, and it'll change and go direct to there, whatever waypoint you pick. So.
And when we were flying this the other day, I noticed on the way to the approach, your approach automatically illuminates. When you bug one of your fixes to the approach on your autopilot, if you're on autopilot, will automatically illuminate.
Yeah, once we have it dialed in, once you have the approach in the system, you don't need to activate the approach. It'll capture the glide on the RNAV.
That's great.
It'll capture the glide slope and the approach mode all by itself. So technically, all you'd have to do is just watch to make sure it'll light up. The approach is white.
Yep.
It will then, once you start to capture the approach path, it'll light up blue. Once you capture it, all of it will turn green. The glide slope and the approach will turn green.
So when you see green on a DFC 90 or 100, that means it's captured currently, right? So
I don't know about the 90, but the 100 for sure it does.
Right, yep. I remember from the 90, that's how that one worked as well.
Yep, and then for the blue, when you, like say we went to heading mode and they told us 20 degrees left, we turned 20 degrees left, and then they say back on course, you can hit the nav button again, it'll light up blue
until it captures. Right. That's kind of nice. The color change of the DFCs, I like.
Yeah.
Because when it's blue, you know it's going to capture, or it's on its way to capture. When it's green, you know it has successfully captured.
So I'm going to delete this.
Code 4277.
And the approach is gone.
Easy.
So if you get a new approach, if they said, hey, you're going to use runway 10 instead, you go back up to where you're loaded, hit clear on the panel.
Yep.
You can hit enter or you can push the FMS button in. It's either way. So let's say they said, hey, you need to do the ILS 13. Hit enter. You're going to get, let's pick a waypoint or the initial PUPSI, I think it's called. Put it in, boom, it's done.
Easy.
And then if they say, hey, go direct PUPSI, I'm going to turn it.
Maintain 3,500 until.
Now you see the blue over this.
Yep.
I could hit direct. It'll ask, you want to go direct, and then I would hit enter if I was going to, but I'm not going to, so you can either do it here, because these are lit up.
Yep.
So I'm going to hit cancel, or I could have done it here and just hit highlight cancel. So now, nope, we're going to go VFR, we're not doing this approach. Get the blue back up there, hit clear, you're back to just direct.
Easy.
It's once you kind of get the gist of it, and it's the same as the G1000. I mean, we still use this. We still use our iPad.
Yep.
We still get traffic from the Stratus.
Yep. And you've got the Stratus there. with then your antenna there.
Yeah, we did the remote antenna. It's just so much better to tuck that away.
Yep.
And then we have the power cord already plugged into it, so we can actually, we don't have to worry about the battery on the Stratus.
Right.
Otherwise, I think they last about 2 hours.
All right, well, very good. Yeah, thank you for the little tutorial, Mike.
Yeah, we like it. It's a great system. If they still maintained it, I wouldn't have any concerns at all about it. Or they maintain it. If they'd still do the improvements, updates, upgrades, that would be terrific. I wonder if we should pop through that hole.
To get down, well, that's like 2,000 or 3,000 feet that you'd have to go down.
Go ahead.
And November 643, Juliet Mike's going to descend down to 4,500.
3 Juliet Mike, Roger, maintain VFR, altitude your discretion.
Maintaining VFR, 3 Juliet Mike.
Okay, so we're vertical speed set up at 500 feet a minute. There's 600.
Okay, yep.
There's our bug for our descent.
Okay, so how did you set your vertical speed right there?
Just punch the button, it's green.
Yep.
It tells you that it's active, and then you just
scroll that
dial
to the
it.
left. Yep, 500 is default. The first click.
It sets up where we left it off.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to make that one. We might want to.
And then you can see altitude is blue, because we haven't captured yet. Navigation's blue. Yep, trying to dodge through some clouds here.
Yeah, I'm going to stay up here, and then I'm going to stay at 6,500. So now you can see nav is still lit up blue. We're on heading mode, so we're following the heading bug.
Yep.
Now, if I want to go, if I say, hey, I just want to go back on course, double tap this.
Okay.
And it'll go to green, and we'll turn.
Got it.
Now we're going back on our heading.
Now heading just turned white. Okay.
Yep, so heading's not active.
Yep.
And now we're back on we're turning back onto course.
Easy.
Yeah. So if I do the heading now, and then I just activated the heading mode. So it'll stay, you see the dotted line, the candy stripe?
Yep.
You obviously don't want that going that far over, so.
There you go, true it up with
and
your
now,
nav.
we don't have the nav set, but if I do, right now it's blue.
Blue, it'll capture and then turn green.
When we get on course,
me on 126.45, 2645.
I can now turn the heading so that we intercept, because right now you can barely see.
Right, it's
we're
not
really.
intercept.
So I'm going to turn it to the right a few degrees. There, now it's blinking green.
Okay, yep.
That means you're capturing.
Yep.
And then when it goes solid green, obviously, we capture it. There.
Perfect.
3,000.
So the heading mode now goes back to white.
Clear to
Yep,
radar,
it's not,
nav runway
right, not active.
Major Gilbert Field.
Good. Ride the wheelie.
Hibbing traffic, Cirrus 643, exiting Bravo, and heading over to the FBO. Hibbing.
That guy's pretty chill.
Yeah, he is. Oh, I leave flaps at 50.
I was going to see if
no point in running the motor.
Right.
Oh, I see. They're practicing the police department chases.
Oh, that's cool.
Codes are so
I used to do that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What are they chasing?
Were you a cop at one time?
No, I was a volunteer, but they made us do the.
Oh, that's fun.
They made us do the defensive driving. Oh, he failed.
But you can't hit one.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's a G1 for sale. That's a nice G1.
Oh, is that the one you were showing, Matt?
Yeah.
Wow, they made yours a jet.
Yeah, would that be nice?
And Hibbing traffic, 751, Whiskey Tango.
So he flew, the owner of the Vision Jet, he flew him back to, where'd he go? Duluth? He went to Duluth, I think, in our airplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? They went in it? That's cool.
Yeah, he did his test flight. He asked me if it was okay if he could take him up and do a test flight, and I said, no problem.
What are they doing to that one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you're clear. This is a good spot. That way, if they have to pull somebody out of there, that you can. Because we might be in that one.
If you like what you see, please like the video. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to our channel elevate.